Wompo, wow, welcome, welcome. Share, share, share. Brian, I see you from Kitwe. Siven, I see you from Shingola. Kenda from Mansa, welcome. Ragi, I see you from Lusaka. Charles Mwaba from Lusaka, welcome, guys. Share, share, share. Rosina, I see you from Livingston. Apostle Jojo, I see you. Evans from Mutendere, guys. Share, share, share. Edna from Mazabuka, that's my town. Adam, I see you. I will take down your number and then I can add you so we can contribute. Akuna kulala, guys. We have to stay awake, you know. We have to be alert. To sleep in turns, in turns, sorry. We have to be awake and keep each other informed of the current unfolding situations. Right. So Bruno, I see you from Itezi, Adam from Copper Belt, Mark Lloyd from Chivombo, Estella from Choma. Yes. Namwala, I see you, Kingsley. Muia from Lusaka. It's beautiful, guys. We are represented in all four corners of Zambia. So that's the good thing about the internet. We can connect with everyone all around the world, and specifically right now we need to connect with voters in Zambia. So if you want to come on and speak, you can send me your WhatsApp number and then I'll add you to the WhatsApp, to the group where we come live here. Otherwise, guys, you're welcome. If there's anything else you want to discuss, you can let us know. Let me just read your comments. Mr. Mwansa, you can come in. Andrew, Comrade Andrew, you can come in.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
It has been a busy day. First and foremost, I condemn the happenings in Lusaka. Losing lives is something which is terrible, because for a child to be born, grow up, to reach at a certain age, and then a person just dies like that without doing what he was sent for. You know, it is something which is bad, and which is scaling now in the country. When an opposition dies, it is normal, no one talks about it. I wonder why. But when a ruling party candidate dies, it is the talk of the century. Everyone will talk about it, the police, every media will talk about it. So what am I trying to say here? Is it that the opposition lives are not important more than the PF cadres? Please, if you become a president, all I know is that you have to become a president to each and everyone. But what is really happening is that he's the only president for his cadres. That's a situation. All this time, he's never addressed the nation about the happenings. And just today, allowing the military now to put in. You know, we shouldn't be taking Zambia for granted. Why didn't you take these actions all this time? We've lived in Zambia with many casualties. People are dying everywhere. Have been died, I would say. Militaries were not deployed. But today, just because a few days to elections, and then you want to deploy military for what? To intimidate who? We are not going to be intimidated, Mr. President. This time around, I'm not even scared of anything. I'm prepared of anything, because I'm standing here for my brothers who are following me behind. I'm not standing for my own or for someone I know. No, for people who are following me behind, because if we lose this nation to you again, it will be useless for us to live in this country. Some of us, we have nowhere to land to. This is our country. That's why we were born here in Zambia. So if we lose this chance, we won't take it any longer. Then it will be just like Rwanda or Somalia, Sudan. I tell you, it is terrible. No need of deploying those people we want to put in the street. Those people, they're supposed us to be wherever they are. Why can't you just control your thugs? Let them know that Zambia belongs to everyone. Just today, as I was coming from wherever I went in the world to do things and that, I reached down around 1930 somewhere there. and then accidentally a lady was just putting on just a normal ready wood. So is it bad now to wear something which is indicating lead? You should also remove the robots, that color lead, because whatever you see which is painted lead, it's something else to you. So I urge you to remove those robots. I urge you to remove Airtel. I urge you to remove anything to do with red, because when a person wears something red, it's bad. Where are we going as a nation? Where are we going as a nation? It's a high time we maintain peace, because where we're heading to, it will be elections, not whereby today, this and that. And then that incident which happened in Kanyama, those people who were killed were not killed by UPND. It has just been confirmed. Why do you keep on putting stories in people's mindsets? Eh? We should at least follow up before you suggest on what to tell people. More especially about Katongo. There's police spokesperson. Do you even know what it means to be a police spokesperson? You should be watching my international news. You understand what it means to be a police spokesperson. It's not about hallucinating whatever you hear. It's about following the facts. Whatever has been happening, you are not there. It's all about delivering to you by someone to say, Madam, what has happened is this, and then you go ahead without investigating. Do you even have people who can investigate cases in your police department? This is I don't know how to say it. So back to the information about today's topic. Zambian police, Kanganja. You see, this tells us to say what you are doing is useless, it's nonsense. That's why the president military to put in. This Zambia is not a military country. Those people are just there to protect the borders. Even though we say protecting the borders, the Malawans came in. They registered for voters, and I wonder which borders are they protecting also. Zambia is a peaceful nation, and then it's called a Christian nation, but the Christianity which people believe Zambia is, it is no longer there. I think it died with Mr. Frederick Chiluba. May he so rest in peace. If it's truly it's a Christian nation, Mr. President would have been there addressing the nation each and every happening. Look at South Africa. Ramaphosa always addresses the country. Whatever happens, Corona updates this and that. Now, is ever there. The only updates he has is all about my intimidation. We are tired of intimidation, sir. We are tired. We are not in the whatever else period whereby whatever an individual decides and then everyone follows. This is not a one-party state. It's a multi-party democracy. Multi-party state. So can we allow the situation whereby you come on media, address the nation where about the situation? You never condemned about Mutalena Rumangozi incidents. You never condemned what happened in Chipata when Mr. Hakainde Hichilema was stopped for about Kaya. When you combine those hours, it might be 4 hours. In what capacity? Do you ever think of what will happen to you when you lose that position you are holding? All I know is that what if I fail to go with that bus, and then they say it only takes a week for another bus to be prepared for it to take people somewhere. What if you lose that bus? What I'm talking about, what this seat which you are claiming so hard to win, because we are losing, sir. For information, I'm on the ground, and then me being on the ground is not for funny or for what. I think it's only a few times, sir, if you are watching or whoever is watching you, who is watching what we are doing right now, can at least tell you what is happening. Sir, you are not pulling through. You are not going through. So what will happen is, take it easy. Take it easy. Can you at least you make peace with everyone so that we can understand? Because forgiveness, it won't be there. People, they are
Yes.
fed up. They are fed up.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you. Thank you to cut you short. So I just want to come in because I see a lot of people have joined. Welcome, welcome. If you're new, guys, if you just joined in, we are here to talk about the developing story where Zambia Army has been deployed in the streets after 2 PF cadres were killed. So we are saying we are living in a country with a president who does not value lives of other people. Like how many UPND people have died in this country, and there has been no comment from State House. People were gassed. Up to now, we are still waiting. How many people died in the gassing? And now people are saying that, you know what, PF, they have sacrificed. They killed their own people. This is not me. This is the news out there that is circulating in the country, that PF sacrificed their own people so that they can be, so that they can be able to call the Zambia army in the streets. So if you're just joining us, guys, share. You need to be informed what's going on. Follow this page, like this page, and also make your comments below. If you want to come on the panel, write your phone number, and then I'm going to add you. So we are saying, so Balungu, all the lives of the other Zambians who have died are nothing. They have no value to you, because me personally, I've been pleading to say, Balungu, say something. You have not said anything. But the minute 2 people die under mysterious conditions, suspicious condition, you bring in the Zambia army. So we are here to say, then you should fire Kanganja. So which means Kanganja is not doing the job. All the Zambia police right now should be dissolved. Everyone in Zambia police, what are they doing? They have failed to do their job. That's why we are here. To say, Edgar Lungu, you need to fire Kanganja. Why is the Zambia army doing the job of Zambia police? They have failed. So we are here to say, me personally, I'm saying that Kanganja is supposed to be briefing by Edgar Lungu every day about the political state, the national security. As a Home Affairs department, Zambia police is in charge of maintaining law and order in the country. But Zambia army, they are protectors. Their job is to fight wars with other countries. So now, Zambia army to take over the job of Zambia police. So to me, it means that Zambia police leaders there, Kanganja, they are incompetent. Me, I expect to hear that Kanganja has been fired or relieved of his duties, because right now the Zambia army has taken over the police of the job of Zambia police. That's what we are saying. That's what we are saying, guys. And even if they deploy those Zambia armies, how many those officers were for Shinga? Nobody's happy. These same police officers, poor young men over there, they pay them 3,000 kwacha. And nobody's happy in Zambia. We all want change. So even if you deploy those military, they are voters. They are feeling the pinch. They are feeling the pinch of buying bread at 15 kwacha. Bread twalesh tapali 2 kwacha, nobody 15 kwacha. We are all feeling the pinch and we all want change. You can deploy the Zambia army on the streets. You can deploy Katrishi Zambia Air Force in the skies. The fact is, kuya bebele, inshtana ifika. When the time has come, it has come. And it's a shame that, you know what, they had to stage to kill, sacrifice their own 2 lives. We, UPND, we've been very peaceful. We have lost people here. Not a word from State House. We have lost people, many people, sorry. But so that they can pursue the evil plan of declaring a state of emergency. So guys, you can just share your comments below. We are here to talk about it, you know. This Zambia was fought for by the government. A lot of lives were shed for us to enjoy this freedom we're enjoying. Ero baba lungu ba Edgar Chagwa lungu bale chitafe kwati Zambia nombana yaluka kingdom yabo. He only comes to address the nation when he wants, when it's convenient for him. When Zambians are crying, when HH was locked out at Chipata Airport, where was Edgar Lungu? Just a phone call, because that news was trending. He was held for more than 3 hours. It would have taken a phone call from Edgar to that officer who held HH to release him. There, ama incidents yengi kuti tualande fintifia chitika. It's a list of things that have happened, illegal crimes against humanity. But Edgar Lungu has been quiet. So we are here to say, Edgar, we are thank you for those police, for those Zambia army in the streets to Atotela. They are going to protect us. The only thing we are telling you, Lungu, is that those same police or Zambia army officers, they are underpaid and they want change. Nishinga mubaforesha. Me personally, I want to see Edgar to fire Kanganja. Because Techivalete ba Zambia army muma streets. For what? We have Zambia police. So Kanganja has failed to do his job. He was not reported by Edgar, ukwebati, if elect kanifi, by PF by UPND. That's one scenario. One scenario is Kanganja wasn't reporting to Balungu. Or Balungu got all the reports, but he has ignored it. So he's just reacting now because it's convenient for him. Comments below, guys. Let's discuss. Andrew, you can take the floor.
No, it's just something which has just come in. The PF have beaten Mao Sampa, their own leader. You see now the situation? Beating their own leader, smashing his car. Eh? This is the country you want as a nation, as a people of Zambia also. Let us continue. Wait and see. These things are happening in their own camp. And then at the end of the day, they will try to cry to say, no, the opposition are the people who are causing this. Okay. Ma'am, those are the only thing I wanted just to deliver. Thank you.
Okay, so there's a comment to say, just sleep him. When this given is saying, just sleep him. You are not even sure of what you are saying. Why doesn't the HH condemn violence? HH condemns violence. Even given, don't you know that HH condemns the violence? You know, some of you people, you are young people, but it's very disappointing. I'm not commenting on Mulemba. It's very, very disappointing. It's like Mwabuka fye muturo mambo kula sabaira. I'm reading your comments, guys. Write your comments. Tatu alale, akuna kulala. Mnefa atuya mkulala so that mnechitefia kutuba fien. We are watching you like hawks. And we are exposing you. Tatu akulala ala. Takudi kulala. Bushe momulela ala. If ama plan yaba PF obale chita. Bushe balela ala. Tabalela ala. So if atuya mkulali denshi. Why are we going to sleep? Ronnie Sakala says, please don't talk about deployed soldier. Tell national issues found in the ballot. Ronnie, if you want to create your own channel and discuss it from fire. National issues. We have to talk. This is a big thing. In a panopon, they are over 50 years old. In the streets before election, 9 days before election. It's a big thing. So if you guys are taking this lightly, this is a big thing. You guys think it's a joke. Other countries civil wars. It all starts quite a thing. So our leaders making decisions which are not, comprehensive. They don't make full investigation before they decide to make action. to take a step, you know. Open up with like in Africa, and I'm over 50. Paramilitary in the streets of Zambia. Never. I just see them when they are doing their parade. You know? So now this is traumatizing. It's traumatizing to our children, especially abana who don't even understand anything. It's a trauma. Like my grandchildren, a child who is 5 years old, they are old enough, they'll remember, they'll be like, what is going on in Zambia? If you think, Mommy, are we going to have war? You know? But it's unnecessary. Some of these actions, they traumatize people. They are creating a traumatic event, especially kuba n'abanono. Nankufya abakulu bonse abantu no bali scared, bali intimidated. Bambita bakulaenda, bakulaika fe mayanda baletino. Atkuli ba militaries outside. Maybe I'll be shot dead. You know what I mean? So it's serious, guys. It's not even a joke. It's serious. My whole life, I've never seen military in the streets to bring peace. In the history of Zambian elections, this has never happened. So it's big. So if you think this is a small thing, I feel sorry for you. Raggy, you can come in, and then Juva. Raggy, and then Juva, you can come in.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for the opportunity. Thank you very much, viewers. Thank you very much, followers. Sure. I'll start with the deployment of the military in Lusaka here in town. This thing is my first time to see such kind of a thing to happen here in Zambia. Since the time when I was exist, this is for the first time to see such kind of things. And it shows an embarrassment to those people like the military. They've been to school. They have their rights to say, this is wrong, please, your president. But President Lungu is taking the laws in his hands. That's what he's doing for now. Forgetting to say one day, so people of Zambia, like those youths given who are saying, why can't you do Shanshani? I think I feel sorry for you as a youth to say such kind of a thing, because your future is still there. You still have time to believe to be here in Zambia, and you are. I think you people, you are the one who are causing this confusion, because you are able to see where is the problem is. You are failing to stand on the truth, to say the truth. Only 2 cadres of PF who have been killed by themselves using their drugs. And you are there complaining to say, how are you PND? How many people did digital killed through fake chemicals? How many people did Pyongo killed during those days of Gasi? Almost the whole Zambia. And you are there complaining, how are you PND violence? Are we the one who are in power for us to stop that violence? Edgar Lungu is in power right now. If he commanded to say, I don't want to see this and that, through the police, they can maintain peace, not whereby he's quiet. But every time when he hears that the PF cadre, they've been beaten, he raises and stands to say, no, by UPND, no, by UPND. And the good part is that you even know that you are going. You don't have time. You even know that you are going by Edgar Lungu. You are going. There's no time for you. So for us youths, guys, let's learn to say the truth. We don't want corruption, whereby you've been funded just 100 kwacha and you start saying things which is parallel, forgetting the future that you have some children who will be here in Zambia. Where do you think you take those children of yours? This Zambia is ours. Imitikura empanga. These people you are supporting, like these who are in government, they have already grown. They have already grown. And count here, this is 2021. Come 2020, 2028, those people, there will be no more. They've grown, and you'll be the one in charge of this Zambia. So let's think wisely. Let's use our minds like someone who've been to school. Even if you've never been to school, but you have that common sense which you can use. You are able to identify to say this is not good. You are able to say and to observe the situation to say, oh, this is not good. Even if yes, you can be in ruling party, but some of those people were in ruling party, they're able to see where is the problem is, and they are quiet just because they are scared of saying the truth. But for you youths, I'm very ashamed and very sorry to you, given and some others who are saying bad things about us. Us, we are just saying the truth. And this truth we are saying, at the end of the day, you'll be like, oh, that's what will be, that's what you do for us. You'll be the one against celebrating. So, guys, please, what I'm begging you is that we don't want violence. And you've seen my militaries, they've come. Those people, they are not happy with what is happening here in Zambia. They are not happy. Don't think that they've been deployed and they are happy to say we'll beat by UPND. No. Everyone who will be committing crimes, they will stand and beat everybody who will be doing those violences in Zambia here. So I think that's why, like, when I remember what happened during Chiruba's time, there was been a Captain Solo. This is the kind of things I wish those people, they were in this generation, not your time, peace. Because in this generation, I could have been supporting you in a Captain Solo to say what you are doing is right. Because what is happening here in Zambia is not good. It's not good what is happening here in Zambia. It's not even fair. So, please, I beg you, my youths, let's observe, let's see. And for those like many of these guys, they are the one who've never been to school. Just 50 kwacha to buy kachaso, and you start supporting how but them, they're enjoying. After that, again, you'll be crying. Some of you are even failing to afford to buy shoes. You are even failing to buy clothes for your own. Shelter, you are sleeping in my boxes. Wow, you are saying, I think it's Chawama, not in State House. State House is normal for Eddie Garungu. Eddie Garungu ngatawa kulenganda. Apanomba sarapuka. Ishimpia uleo na wakula ashtama campaign. Wake up, open your eyes. These people, they are just cheating on you to say you will be back in Mumipando. So, please, I beg you this evening, please, guys, please, my youths, let's open up our eyes. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you. Juba, you can go ahead.
Thank you very much. It has been long for me to be on this channel, almost 2. What it is that I think intimidations to the people of Zambia, which is not a good thing. But I understand that the people of Zambia have already made their mind to say that it's a time for change. Even if they can bring those soldiers in the streets, people will not be intimidated because those are their friends and those are their families and their colleagues. So we understand the pressure that Lungu is facing now. It's out of hand that we cannot contain this pressure anymore from HH. Now he's just trying a chipante-pante way of leadership, which will not help him. It's even causing now more pressure because even these soldiers, they are also Zambians. They are also having challenges because even that salary that they are giving them, they're able being asked by their families to say, send us something. And you find that their salaries, they're not even sustaining their lives and their families. At the end of the day, they are also complaining. Though they are government people, they cannot try to come out like the way we are coming out. If they would take them in the street, they will make now the situation to be worsened because the police officers, they were doing in favor of PF. Now those people, they don't have even corruption way of doing things. So they will make things to be straight. We thank God for him to deploy them. The second thing is the chiefs, the way they are endorsing candidature of Edgar Lungu. I think chiefs, they should stop. It's high time when these people, the serious chiefs, they have not been involving in partisan politics. I just saw today the chiefs from Bala, they're endorsing candidatures of a certain political party, which is not good. When are we going to have serious chiefs not to endorse any political candidate? Because their job is just to receive those people because they are children in their parishes. And now this time around, due to this leadership, which has made people now to be vulnerable, anyone who visits their chiefdom, they will just ask, I'm endorsing you, which is not good. Let's stop that. And I know there are serious chiefs. There are people there are chiefs who are principled, who cannot endorse any. And I appreciate them over their principles. This is what I wanted to contribute. I'll come back as I found other things to contribute.
So I just wanted to say on the chiefs. So a chief, actually in the constitution of Zambia, any chief who indulges in politics is supposed to abdicate the throne, meaning they are supposed to leave the throne. I was just trying to find that article in the constitution. So all these chiefs who are involved in politics, when we change government, we are going to ask them to leave the throne, and somebody within their hierarchy is going to take over. It's illegal for a chief to be involved in politics. It's against the laws of Zambia. So these people, I don't know if they don't even know the constitution or whatever, but I just want to say that all the chiefs who are actively participating in politics, that is illegal. The constitution does not allow chiefs to be partisan. So they are supposed to be non-partisan. I'm going to get an extract from the constitution and I'll post it on my page. So what I'm showing here, guys, is an extract of the constitution regarding the mandate of the Electoral Commission of Zambia. So real quick, I want to talk about the Electoral Commission because the Electoral Commission has been compromised, and the Electoral Commission is appearing to have more power than the members of parliament or our constitution. So the members of parliament are the ones who make the laws. So what you are seeing in front of you is the mandate on which ECZ is supposed to operate. So I want to bring you down to number 2A, which says implement the electoral process. And guys, I went to the Constitution of Zambia to look for a server room. Like in the Constitution, there is no server room there because the ECZ is not mandated to announce results. So 2B says conduct elections. That is what they are supposed to do. Once the elections have been conducted, people have voted, ECZ's job is done. So all these policies they have made, they are illegal policies. They are not in the constitution, and the ECZ is overstepping their boundaries. We are talking about this because me at Nangoma, our role is to help protect your vote and ensure we have a free and fair election. So what happened, I think in 2015, this notion of the server room came. So guys, once I think youth, what is the purpose of a server? A purpose of a server room in any organization that stores digital or electronic information is just a room where they have these big FIMA machine, not actually computers, they are servers to store data. But now with the technology, most of the people, because I'm a servers, yeah, require capacity, a maximum capacity of how much they can store. But now, because of technology, there is the cloud. You can help me with this, Mwebana. I'm over 50, so I'm just like, but the good news is I have worked in information technology. I have worked as a system administrator for a company which has over 50,000 employees. So I worked as a system administrator. So why I'm telling you this is I want you to understand the connection why we are worried to say there is no place for a server room in a democratic election process. So for me, when I worked for that organization as a system administrator, we had a server room in our building. So that server room was just a room where all the data that we were working on was stored in those servers. But we were in a partnership. So we had system administrators, we had information technology specialists. These are people, abasambirira na degree PhD, who maintain those servers. And then also we have administrators, technologists, and then system, and then stakeholders. So the people who actually own that data. Mamona. So there are three people here. Follow with me, people. So we have, there's a server room after store information. So the core function of a server room is just to store information. Now, I mentioned earlier there is a cloud. So information does not have to be in a server, it can be stored on a cloud. So, and then Munyamu server room, people like a system administrator. When I worked as a system administrator, I never went in the server room, because my job was to work on the computer and then input data into the computer. So in this case, my elections, so they are going to have system administrators. These are the people from Israel, wherever. There will be systems administrator for the system that's going to store our election results. So that's a red flag over there. Who hired that person, Mamon? Is a PF who hired that person to come and administer the system where our election results is going to be stored. So we are saying there is no room for any server in a democratic process because a server is controlled. The person who owns the server controls what information is there. And then there's another piece is that those administrators or IT specialists who prepare the program to run on that server, they are also hired by PF. So the IT specialists, they are hired by PF. The system administrators are hired by PF. And then the server is being run by ECZ. So guys, immediately these election results, Kuma district, via become electronic format, and they send that data, whatever computer they will be using, that's it. We have lost this election. So our campaign, for me, I'm campaigning here at Nangoma to say, this is the process. What you're seeing on the screen, that is the role of ECZ. And the democratic process is to announce results at each polling station and will be totaling. So this whole system here, server, which is restricted and controlled, who can go there. Information technologies is hired by PF and ECZ. I'm a system administrator. When I worked as a system administrator, we were working on a project where we're inputting data system. And I was a contact person. I want to illuminate they have a problem. I go and fix it. Whatever I fix in the back end is what they see on the front end. So if you're a system administrator, you can control what people are saying. And this is why we are saying immediately we let these PF say ama results yakafuma ku ECZ definitely for kuchita. I'm sure you people over here, if you have studied the information technology, you know what we are talking. What I'm trying to say here is that It's rigged. If we let these elections to become electronic format, become computer yabo, then they will be able to manipulate the figures however they want, and the ECL will win this election. This is my point. This is what I'm saying. I have 3 years as a system administrator. I controlled what people see. I went into the computer back end of the computer in the programs we were running, and I was configuring stuff. And my bosses, my managers would just tell me, okay, change it to this, I would change it. And then we were serving customers. So I actually was configuring stuff in the back end. So the customers, when people log on, Uluchelo, my employers, the company was big. It was 50,000 employees. So they would see what I put in. If, for example, they have a problem, I go in the back end and I fix it so they can see what they want to see. So if you're putting a bot into a system and then waiting for those people who are running that system to announce the results, they are going to rig it. So I'm here to say, guys, this is real. Like, that's why they are so confident to say they are going to win this election, because they have put in the cyber bill and saying takuli kuchita announce some results, blah 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 blah. So I'm here to say, Mwebantu, we are going to defy by ECZ because we are all going to announce the elections per polling station. The polling presiding officer at the end of the day is mandated to announce results to whomever has won. Is mandated. So that's the thing, guys. This is real talk. Because people, we can be blindsided by their numbers, but these people, they have strategically planned how to rig this election. And for me, after I've been thinking about this thing, this is how they are going to do it. Severum is illegal. It's not even in the constitution. So all of us, we should takuli kulala, takuli kulala. We are going to capture those G20. We have seen dubious means they are paying polling agents or paying polling officers, because Kuliakuma polling station, that's where the crime is going to happen. Pari G20 padia. They will slip in things into the boxes, and then when they are transporting is another thing. They can swap boxes at the end. So the polling station and in the transport to the district is the critical. That's why I'm sharing this message, so you share to everyone. This should be our focus now, to protect our votes. Because once they take these votes, they put them in a digital format, and then they put them on the computers, that's it. They can change them to however they want. I think you people, if there are people who have done information technology or systems administration, they know what I'm talking about. So we have to make sure that we just protect our vote. ECZ, I showed you the slide here about ECZ. There is nowhere where it says the ECZ should announce elections. No. It's just PF trying to, impose things as they have been doing. And we Zambians, we should learn to read. Constitution is there in black and white. Constitution, everything. What I'm saying here is backed by the Constitution. I'm not just cooking up facts or cooking up information. If you hear anything, you pull up the Constitution, control find, type a keyword, it will pull up anything relating to that, whatever information you're looking for in the Constitution. These people cannot treat us like Tatwasa and Bidira. Although we are a country which has no laws. But Kaunda did well. Kaunda did well because he set up everything for us. Everything was set up, is set up for us. We just have to take it and run with it. ingatwaikala panshi, this PF, they'll come back, they'll bounce back. And this is how they want to do, is to tell us, ama bot yaka museva room, pack to baka ekita rig. Inena aliwomba as a system administrator, but it was just a company where we, as a system administrator, you can change information that you can program information to what people see. It's very easy to change anything once it's in a digital format. So basically, from the polling station, the results are just supposed to be fed to all these stakeholders. Same information. If you are between the polling station, after the district, ECZ is hijacking the process. This is the right process. What you are seeing now is how the process should go. But if ECZ is trying to hijack the process by eliminating all the stakeholders and putting them at the end. To say from when Gabapokama results, all results should go to them, and then they should send to the stakeholders. And when all the results go to them, that's where the manipulation happens. And that's where we lose the election. And this is the most critical thing. We have to tell ECZ and remind them to say, we are not allowing them to rig, to steal this election under our nose. We are not. Because that's how they have planned this election, is to place themselves at the district. District, so from the polling station, when the votes come in, they put in electronic format into their computers to ECZ, and then they will manipulate everything. And then from there, we have lost it. That's why they are so confident, because they have manipulated the system. But thank God, guys, this is a message I want to share to everyone, that I thank God I've worked in a IT department. I worked as a system administrator. So I've been thinking about these things. I'm like, why are they so confident? Why are they stopping people from announcing results until the results are in their server room? Because one, their server room is theirs. They control who goes in there. Two, the information technologists, they are the ones who hired them. They are the ones who have the system, the program that is storing the election. They hired somebody, and that person, they will tell him what to do. Because when you are paid, it's a job. That information technologist, system administrator, they'll just tell them what to do. Whatever you do in that system, make sure PF wins. And then you once in the server room, they make sure announce some numbers so that if you win election, and then you announce announce some results. Announce some results because they want to manipulate the real results. They know they have lost it. So this is my message to you guys, and I'm going to record this video. It's recorded, and I'm going to share it on my YouTube channel. I'm going to share it on my YouTube channel as this video is recorded, and share this video. I'm just going to cut specifically where I'm showing the slides, and let's share this. This is the critical information that people need to know. Otherwise, we lost this election. Andrew, you can go ahead. I'm
thank
done.
you, Mom. Thank you, Mom, once more.
Yeah.
You know, whenever you speak, that's why even the Bible says that when a person who's wise speaks, those people listen also becomes wise. You know, those who've got ears, let them hear. That's what the Bible says. So even at this hour, those who've got ears, you should hear. Right now, the information reaching me, it is saying that the soldiers are already in the street, patrolling. Why are they patrolling? That's a question. Are we at war, or where are we heading to? We've remained with 9 days. In fact, 8 days plus hours. Why didn't they patrol this time? They just want to patrol at this hour. We say no to that. Going on to the server. I myself, Andrew Mwansa, I say no to Sevalum because it's not in the Zambian constitution and it does not benefit anyone apart from the ECZ and the PF. Sevalum, why should we have Sevalum? Are they saying that those people will be counting polling stations, they are not intelligent? Only them can tally everything. Paesa ochulu twa mipapata. Batata twa mipapata. Delanda twa mipapata. Can you reason up and then put things in straight way? We say not to Sevalum. What they've planned is this. Look at the gadgets which were caught day before yesterday at the international airport there. Those gadgets means that when they give to whoever they give, whatever information which will be sending from the tolling, whatever total tallying station there, they will be hacking. When they hack those information, they will change the figures and then send now to Sevalum. They put everything together and then give it to whoever is called the SR. What am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is this. We've already identified the towers which will be set in various places, and then the computers which were donated by Israelis. Those computers are 11. Each computer will be donated to 10 provinces, one each. And then the remaining one will be used somewhere. That's somewhere. That's where now we are up to look. Our eyes are open to check where. We are told, because we are here to tell you the facts and the truth. We are told those computers are in IBEX. You see, we are not sleeping. We are ever awake. So, what am I trying to say here? The hacking system is already in place. They are trying to do this and that. They would hack you like that, but not this time around because we are overhead their plans now. So we say not to Sevalum, no matter what happens. Zambians, I'm talking to all of you who are watching us live. Can we say no to Sevalum, cyber, whatever, which they've already put in? If we allow Sevalum to put through, I'm telling you, they won't consider your votes. They will just consider whatever the changes they'll put there. Because if any normal person should understand that the reason why people vote is to count what they vote. But again, they put Sevalum, which means they won't be considering your votes. Say no to a Sevalum. A Sevalum has no chance for democracy in this country. We say no to Sevalum. Mr. Lungu, whatever orders you've given to whoever is in charge for Sevalum, we say no to Sevalum. Whether stakeholders will be involved in that, we say no to Sevalum. Let those announcements be made per province, by provincial chairpersons, and whoever will be involved or in charge. We've got eyes, we are not blind. We'll be seeing what will be happening. So, in fact, this page you are seeing, it's the only page which will be announcing because we are not scared of the cyber bullying, whatever they call it. We'll announce results from the councils to the presidential. So be alert and tell whoever is sleeping right now that this page is ready to announce the results. Our honorable some days ago told us that since we love sleeping in Zambia, even on a critical period we sleep, they will announce at that hour we'll be sleeping. But to my side, me, I don't sleep. My eyes can be swollen, but I will be still awake because I know what is best for this country is to put a light candidate, not a fringed whatever. A person claiming himself to be a president. We know what happened in Kawe during whatever you did there. So, sir, the issue of we say not to Sevalum. That's my last comment.
Rigging room. We say not to rigging room.
Yes, ma'am.
But in India, she does say Barumandi Nisha for coin. Zambia. No.
How big is America? They don't have a server room. Who are we?
Store information. No
Yes,
chi
ma'am.
vote mwaifunya at first ye museva rumero tuchite announce.
Anyway, I rest my case, ma'am. Thank you.
Sense. Ama vote mwapenda tawe tatu achite announce ama vote. First tuyatwale museva rumu. Ero ngafuma museva rumero twala achite announce. Mweba nensu. Juba, you are next.
Thank you, madam. It's unfortunate whereby just small number like ECZ, they want to decide for 17 million people of Zambia. It's like now they're just about their berries. They don't have passion for all 17 million Zambians. We have suffered for 7 years. Now they want us also to continue again 5 years again. It will be a long journey that will not manage as Zambians because we are already in pressure with whatever they have done, like in terms of fire tenders, expired drugs, financial intelligence report. We can talk of 48 houses, a lot of things that we can analyze for PF, what they have done for us. So at this far, we are saying thank you for what you have done. But on 12 August, let them retire. They should go and enjoy those monies that they have acquired. And we are not interested in those so-called save alone. I think to just bring confusion. Let's all be realistic. The results for ECZ, I think they should not decide for us. And let me just caution those observers for all political opposition parties. Let's not be bribed. Let's just protect our vote because we have worked hard on our ground. I can assure you, ma'am, Copper Belt, it was a stronghold for PF, but now they even know that Copper Belt is no longer their stronghold. Yesterday, we came all the way from Lola to Kit to launch our youth campaign for UPND, which is 2246. On our way going to Kitwe, people, they were just raising our symbol as if we are already, as if we have a candidate HH there, but we are just youth. You can just jump in a bus and sample. Out of 32 passengers, you just find maybe 2 or 1. They'll be for PF and the rest they'll be for UPND. And no one can tell us that Lungu will get more than 30%. That's a lie. People, they have already decided. And if ECs were,
that's why they want the server room.
They will force us to act. It will be like the way Malawi they did. That Malawi Electoral Commission, they were in pressure until their results were notified. Is that the same way that we want here in Zambia? We are not interested in that. Let them do their job as we are doing our job on the ground. Because they have already given us pressure in terms of campaign. They've given all sorts of things to PF, no level playing field for the political parties. Now they just want us now to go as far as room save. We are saying no to that. If at all they will ask us to count manually, we can manage. Because even during Chiluba, they manage with money. What is it so difficult this time around? Because we have only 7 million voters. We can manage.
Do you know what, Juba? They after election, they don't use the machine. Like, you know, here in America, Florida, Valipenda 3 times vapendulula. Ballot boxes, because it was a tight race. They took all those ballots again. Vapenda. So it's a manual work. Ni manual work. So if it's just for storage. When you are converting them into an electronic data, convert all the ballot, convert G20.
Yeah.
So ama ballot boxes yala shala naponga nipa district naponga nipa provincial. So the real original vote iba pa polling station, and that's where palape nopo tukalafunya data ifwe no kwambo kupenda. If you balela that yonga provincial tukapende na tuishwe fika chitika. Do we know what's happened to the vote?
And let me just assure them, we'll follow the results from the constituents, from the ward up to the constituents. We have how many constituencies in Zambia? There are few. We cannot fail to manage those constituencies to count those votes. We check what they will announce and what is on G24. And if it is really exactly, then we will rest our case. If I thought there is a TPEX, we'll simply tell them that no, this is not a fair result.
Kai lecho bale fwaila nani kani? Echo bale fwaila server room. Perhaps bambia babike munomba ma spices, salt, sugar, babike muwasashi nomba. They want to change.
This time around, we have made up our mind. Twachula pa from madam. Not to chula, Mzambi. And you know msoja. And you know msoja vikiramu street to you. Elo wachitana wino because takwatana corruption msoja. Okuchana kapokola. Because msoja inafaa ifindu feel straight. So wachitana
no, you know what if abale vikiramu msoja wale fa kutinya abantu intimidation.
Ine 9 days yikrusana twala wachita sensitize abantu bisu. Ukwati mone numusoja muntu fenga ifwe. So kabiye ni muka vote tukalaba senda kabiye ni mu vote. Okuchiro kwa tukafiro kukwata mavota yengu mulando wa musoja.
Musoja groups, yes. Kwenda muma group pakuya mukuvota takuri kwenda weka.
Chapwa
kwenda muma group
ture mwe mu vote. Takuri nokuti no musoja na twishwa rusaka na bafiro bafe na barusa rusaka. So na besho wati kulusaka okwino kukaba fyongo nga twambo kufiro twachite fyabuku. So na besho wati bararusa rusaka. Because they have no popularity in Lusaka. Already they are beating their own candidate, Mao Samba. What more? What more?
Imagine, we should catch if you know breaking news that Mao Samba mama mutabera na motoka.
So they were
going to say no, but niba UPND, mwamona.
Fiance?
Nipano tuli. Mwana umfati niba UPND batoba motoka ya kwa Mao Samba.
All over kunani social media, but all over social media.
I mean, I'm from here telling people, and then it sounded like a joke. I just addressed that just right now. I've received the mouse and pokobamuma. You know, I don't know where we are going. Only God.
Apa so trera nanga ni UPND apa Edgar Ngunganai manopi manokuranda. Twalirusa sana abantu besu.
Mungu insoni ebuntu.
In fact, never penda fyo mulanda niba UPND benefi because our youth chairman, national youth chairman, and the Galing Combo, they had a press briefing, and they said that was our member. So who killed our member now? And they are painting us to say it's us UPNDs who prepare PF.
You know what? PF because already international community they have seized 2 boats with illegal arms weapons. 2 boats have been seized in the last 2 weeks. So they are going International Criminal Court. They have crimes in the global, in the international level. Now bakwatama crimes. Bale bafaya ba Scotland ya by FBI. Bale bafaya ba PF ababeni mumweni. Imilandu shabo nomba kuna nashi fuma mu Zambia. They are bali pama wanted list.
Antonio
Juba? Okay, it's breaking up. Holly, welcome. There, you can take the floor. You are on mute.
Okay, can you hear me, madam?
Yes, yes. Go ahead.
All right, thank you so much, madam. So nice program. First of all, we thank God that we have people like you, madam, who knows those systems they are using. So what you are saying, madam, us like me, as my colleague already said, as several no. If there are any means that we can defend ourselves in terms of those massive rooms, if we have, they can allow us to have mass securities, even us there, we can send our own securities. Because what we want, we don't want is them to get in power again, madam, because we have suffered a lot. We have suffered. Some of us, we are stronger. We don't have a freedom, especially to those gathers. When you say Vamvela like me, I speak slow, then Manveka Kutka Center can catch tongue. Immediately I can invera, I'll be in a problem. So that those issues we don't want, madam. Please, if there's anything what we can do or what you can do to help us, please help us. And as youths, let's wake up. We don't have jobs. Makaria yatu yafa because of this government. Yafa makaria yatu. For us to end up stealing.
No, don't say stealing. You know,
don't have.
don't say stealing. You are my son. Uli mwana wangu pia. Alimu ejo maka ningoambawa andi chata umoyo kambo andi mendili mutonga. You know, and we are living in a country where wambaula jitonga, you are being attacked. You know, that is it's sad that in Zambia now, if you are a Tonga, you have to change your accent to fit in. Because with the accent, you attack. Yeah? And I just want to clarify, I think one thing which you said, let me clarify. So Seven Boy Verega is just a storage. So information,
Okay.
when it's I worked, like I said, on a project for 3 years where we were converting information from hard copy or paper. This is hard copy. So Mbudi bought a G20 by where hard copy, and then there are different programs you can use to scan it or actually type it, take the information and make it electronic. So ya computer yazwaji paper, the information goes in the computer, and now that is data on the computer. So these are our votes, our G20. They will be converted into data on the computer. So what happens? This is a lot of data, so it cannot be stored on a computer. That's where Nombama server bola, a storage place, a server just to store that information, either on a server or on a cloud. So once it paper moiwe nangu vote nangu G20, moivika convert to electronic. Once it's in the system, you can manipulate it. That is what I did myself as a system administrator. I was given access to configure the system from the back end. So you are also you are to your Facebook. There are people working at Facebook to change things that we see. So if we allow them, they are working. They have hired the system administrators in information technologies to change whatever they want. Whatever we put in, those people hired by PF and ECZ can change the information. That's why ECZ Chevambati, we are going to announce my results is only ECZ. So that information they are stopping us to announce the result from the polling station. The democratic process, according to the constitution, results must be announced at the polling station. That's democracy. Our polling station now will 1 to 50. Mopenda. HH so much, PF so much. Goma, you close. G20 basign. And they announce and they stick out on the door who has won. But they have killed all that. That cyber bill, that nobody should announce. We take a mobile vote, G20. But I became computer change. Don't you announce anyone? We take a immediately electronic, anyone can change it. It's like people hacking my Facebook account, my Facebook account, and start doing business like you. So once this data is in electronic format, they are going to hack into those systems and they change our votes to make PF to win. I rest my case, guys.
Okay, thank you so much, madam. So, nkanirigo hena tia wiki bero mu debate would divide debate ya nani kan ya results would they not supposed to announce in my
How they are doing PF is a short deals, or even that bill cyber bill, they didn't even take it. Bill 10 year by to parliament, it dropped. So they knew if they take it to parliament, it drops. They just had a small committee of people, and then I don't know what they did. My judges, the whole government, this PF, they have compromised our systems. They are paralyzed. So that's why I'm here to say power to the people. So we're talking to 17 million people. When we say no, they have to feel it. That's why we are saying landslide victory, guys. Once yeah. Because when people have voted, they can't do anything. So that by one Kolokama results should be announced to say HH has won. With a wide gap, he can't catch up. So that's why that we are campaigning. If you know abantu mulaenda fe mumagundi pakuya mkuvota kusenda vaneba tien mshana muvota tien mwayaka mpinga kulia kushita veka vafe party tukamba ku celebrate immediately you cast your vote we start celebrating
na veshwa mu Lusaka kwati na varusa that's why mwaletwa na masoja
nangwa matapaluletina amasoja vene valelila vanechula amasoja soja vale kufolesha 3000 kwacha allowance ya kwa minister for cell phone allowance achika ni lunch allowance but pay vale pelo muntu to live on a family man to pay rent. People have become destitute in Zambia. In their own rich country, we are destitute. Man? Kapokola, you know, they recruited 5,000 PF cadres as police officers. They are the ones because Vajita recruit cadres as police officers.
They don't know even the law. Bango Vavatorabio Queno, Tabaya, Lamuro.
No, they have no education. They didn't even do training. Training need anybody to be pass out fee. They just showed up to pass out Bafala uniform. Because the job of a police officer is a very respectable job. You need to do psychology to understand people, to do character assessment, you know.
Yeah.
To de-escalate a situation, which you go in and calm people down, you know. But we are seeing the Zambia police, they are the aggressors attacking HH. Now, police officer, why have you registered degree in criminology? How can you attack HH? What we saw the other day.
No, they can't. They can't. Because what they did was bad. It was very embarrassing. President, freedom, just imagine.
Anyway, guys, any comments? We are ready to go. Vajuba, last comments. Vamulima, last comments.
Okay, what I can say
yeah.
is that I welcome the soldiers in the field. We'll be with them. They are our friends, they are our colleagues. They are also suffering like us. So we are ready for them, and they will keep peace as we are expecting, because we also need them, because they are suffering like us. So they also be campaigning for us in the streets. So let Lungu trust, but it doesn't know that they are also suffering like us. So what we would do as opposition, we still sensitize to our people, more especially my fellow youth, that let's go in numbers and vote. Don't fear soldiers. Soldiers are also interested in our change. So that's my last remark.
Thank you, Mr. Mulima.
Aha, twalumba maningi kubenzuma basika bambaulawa. Ndibahe kutanzi kuti naba pona kuti bonse. How are you people there who are connected on this page? I greet you all, and I also greet you, madam. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you? Thank you for coming. It's an honor to have you.
Thank you very much. I think ndiratarikila iwamba kuti sorry for my brothers abo ba baryoge hemuru muno. We know that our country, Zambia, is a Christian nation. And being a Christian nation, we have to fight the spirit is making people fighting each and every time. Hello? Hello? Am I clear?
Yes, you are clear.
Okay, yeah. So now about we pay. There are people like us. And they also need change. So there is nothing wrong that they're going to do. They will make sure that they protect us. They bring peace. They will not even start beating up people. Nothing. They can't do that. So what I can say to my fellow Zambians, let's just turn in numbers. On 12th August, we go, we vote. We vote out PF. Our votes, my votes is hire and fire. So on 12th August, we are going to hire HH and fire ECL, which is PF. We are tired of PF. But PF, batugola. Zamulanga bo hintu boy jitiga, humbwa kutuwa PF wapanga mistake. They cannot raise up and start talking. Inoske bo humbwa bo yoja jitiga kutamiki kwa bajitajeji ba UPND, bajitajeji wherever muntu kwanda kutainke kuya kumuchirira. Bagapogola instead bajite protect ibantu bonse. Batarega byo ikujita protect ba PF balo. Bajana ba UPND baba attack aba PF. Kunyina ncho bajita balangabyo. Eno babona kuti ba UPND banda kuti bali hone kambo tokonyi kuti muntu ulauma go umwine olanda kuli hona ino yanda kuli hona babola ati eno wa UPND ngwa ajita jeje. That is very bad. Eno mebo ndi jisibo muyo ndali kuli buya ati ino ba masoldiers wacha deploy mukati mu Lusaka. Ineno bakakoma Kanganja balazumana kubereka pona mwezi bola balahora abakapokola balahorana kabo baberegerwa nchito abasoja. Kokuti onsa ayo maringa mina bona kuti ayosweka boti batayekuho kaiba yohora buyo free kabugina chibabereka. So ndabona kuti intu yakudoba nawo. Anyway, mbochipete kuti hintu yanda kusika kumamani nokuti hibote bija. Aliponya kubija maningi kokuti notwanda kuseremuka. Akamurundu mbogade. Wateka kutantaka rundu kati mishati kalema. Kokuti noga anda kuseremuka tuyanda kuseremuka ono wahara boka indika shonto. Onse hiruva. so ndikurwa hewo kuti tukombera kuti tupama omima botu kubule ntenda ichitika kuperu muno twinke tukakuvote ibu yombo chipede oloka indi ibantu nibaka ikunyongana bataka kurwana muri chabo mulimbo olwana ba PF muri chabo banorwana muri chabo mbega bayaya kuti balabo yakupanga chintu chiko yakupagwasha mu mauni abo kunyina so into bojiriko chakuti tusumanane kukaka imuzezo imubi namu ya mubi unga mukati mujisi Yesu jiseji chabo Kristo chabo nyina chaleza jiseji so tuzumane kukombera muno ichi ndi jonse then twabola kukambo ikachatiki haba ICZ iba ICZ abalo bajisikambo kopezero kuti balanganyigwe ikakusangu na ingatula hanya lyonse bu 2016 akajitika yonse twamba ola server room awa kuti bana Zambia bonse tonse bana Zambia muzezo iwa server room atukage atuchilegeji ma votes esu akabalwe kabotu tuje hikubala ingatwabala aba announce abantu bere the presiding officers balo kuchita announce ma results ayo ma server room aba na bambati ma server room so twambati ma rigging room na baraya nda kababeresha uko kulimba poko this time around wina kwaita kunope baga kuri ginge na bari ginga bana babo na bari ginga maka into babo na bari ginga ba bro babo baga ku bari ginga ko nati swe bope batabi TGC jimukati munkomo yabo tuyikwamba kuti mali yababotera no kuti na babona kuti mali yababotera ababereke buyakabotu mulimbo yeze kuti babereke ibuyo hindi yakusika kumamani no yonse ngandamba kuti ikuti kohi kuti uri musorori sunu ngakoti musorori ndari kwamba kuti ndiwe president mujisi takuri kuti yonse unori president pe bumwe buzuba uyo ba muntu urerwa umuyo ba president akati kabantu abo eno twabona muri bantu mbutwa pona mujisi Yesu kamboka bureri obo ingaji mujindi muntu mupati wabakapokora unoti tinga bantu muri mbwa yanda unoti muri mbwa yanda eno akati kabantu bayambona mbajita umuyo ba musorori wagwe ino yoriremeka kuti umanzagwe tabaye yope eno buzuba borasika mbongataba yandi baratatanyana atubalege kati ya 12 August tukakuvote mbuye matebo ayopinda muka kambo there will be no sorry after death kwina no bakuyamba kuti sorry pengi yoba pinda mugira bayoho wamibuyo minji buri twamba tuliko apo twaya bene mapenzi chiboro bakajaigwa mapenzi boro wakahwa ino mbena hena bakachita deploy masoja na bene samansa makaunda bahwa bajaigwa hena bachita deploy masoja na eno sunumbo hongo ati kulipo biro bahwa be bachita deploy masoja mwabona mbo babereka abantu aba eno tunoba bwene ma records wonse turajisi ibuzuba bwasika ibwerede kwakulanganya twamboto bayotuhwira mbabonya mbo banori mawechinesa abagamboni bayoyi mabo yawo kabotu kupandura into muri mbo ibedeye tatu kabaleki pe bayopandurula eno inga kuti wamba ola maningi ingabona kuti mbo bajega abantu aba into tukoyo wapetu no wamba ola kama mbo chibedeo ijuju huida tukurukuru na tabahi. So my last encouragement to all Zambians, let's go and vote on 12th August. These people, if they don't know, one day they are going to know. I know that they are just putting their fingers in their ears so that they cannot hear us. But the day will come when they are going to hear us. Then lastly, I can say that whoever is against UPND must drink their own blood and eat their own flesh. I end there.
Darumba tata, wow. Nika indi mbudawi de Tonga, you know, real Tonga is like, yeah, it's good because ndimena ngoma. I'm from Tonga from Mazabuka, so it is good because tulamba miyobo India program, you know, tulamba. So we should do speak miyobo yonse. Come and speak. One Zambia speaks 3 languages. Otherwise, Mwamba, Mwandi Tata Mwamba. Gabariginga baga into wabana babo. So Mamaga Naseba Twaga.
Twarumba Mani.
Tomigagira mwandiri tomigagira bayisize.
Wabagagira arimwe
Baba naseba lumutoga abayisize togomba byari muna nanga ndagomba mutichita.
No iga guri kindatisiye.
Iga
ndishari
imaga badala bamwamba so turi ku Southern Power kamboli yose twamba chibemba so sunda komana kwamba chako tuzogogweso.
You see uri gambo gamwikenda tisiye gambo gapati awa ndari kubona indege gahiseruka gaheta mabaloti papers wacha ni amabox andi kuja phone battery ma smartphone inoga chinzi chachitika into hiri kuli arimwi yakavora kuti yandege yatika ibara ndege yandika kubuhya baya kambo swahi kuti yandege inyamula mabaloti papers aro Wina chimbintu yezire kunyamunikwa pe oro ndime herede kubika chintu muyape kambo mabaloti papers ari sensitive wena nyapoto yakuendera chindechi taezere kuti kaya kusangana hintu himwi ita hihirwe peta eno ayo mafoni hena aro twanda kuti tuhowa vote na tuhowa twanovota katwaperesha aro na akaturemba ari ngayo inoga ichizichitikechi vaisizeti aya mafoni ari kuri mabatiri ari kuri ari mukamwini nguni ari muzezo ngovaoletera chinzi abantu ava vatushupa eno tatuchiva shomi apa bantu kunyira noti yova shoma mumaomeso pe ari ava bantu kuti ni vara amanu vari kuwezera inosoka paswa akapata yako yakuenda tinowantu kwakaki
So I see Jennifer. I see there's a comment from Jennifer to say we are not understanding Tonga. So I know we are speaking Tonga, but we also speak Bemba. We are Zambian. So some people, they are not fluent in English, so they use their language which they are comfortable with. So if you're not understanding Tonga, you can ask somebody to translate. So this is one Zambia, one nation. Anyone can use their language. English is not our mother language. So some people, they don't even know English, but they are fluent in their mother language. So if we restrict to English, then we'll be denying ourselves of information, because some people, they have information, but if we tell them to speak English, they can't express themselves as they wish. So that's why Mr. Murima is speaking Tonga, because that's a mutundu wabo obaberesha okulanda kabatinga balanda muchitonga balanda baita express yourself bali fire. So it's nothing tribal, guys. This is one Zambia. You use whatever language you are comfortable with, and then people can interpret for you. Otherwise tolumba mwandiri badala bayisize batalike kulonga ero bali abembere bayichulu balya
Imagine, as old as he is, instead of saving lives of all Zambians, he's just saving his pocket. Imagine. So we don't want that. And the next time, I think these people, just after 12th August, they will not be there. They will pack and go. And if they're not going to wire, I don't know. They will also follow their friends.
They are partners in crime, Yes, Mary, all languages should be welcome. Lunda, whatever you are comfortable to speak. And then you can ask people to interpret if they, you don't understand. Otherwise, some people are not comfortable to speak, but we give this platform to everyone to speak in whatever language they are comfortable to speak. Otherwise, we are done, guys. We have been here long. We have been here long, guys. So we are going to be here tomorrow again. Breaking news. Stay safe. These are the last days. So this information we are sharing, share with everybody. Don't keep it. Especially Mana Seva Amandi Mewo, Alandirwadiga Mumbara. Ndaibuye na chaba bantu. Ano chaba planning a chaba the confident which we in my election. Very just plan every younger.
I know, they will not manage this time around. They will not manage.
I'm a polling station presiding officer. We have so what we have to Pama results. Every presiding officer will have to give us the results.
Mebobo ya 01 mu 11 nayo inka njolera ku polling station. Yo inkaba agangubo kejisi kagora lenkonya kebona kabona kulyano kayitika masiku bakanyi.
Abana into abana bonse atubwa.
Bonse bayitu
Kunkamiriro kuma polling station.
kopi okigira magwaza.
Kuweha bread yonse kuya kujiwa uya.
Yo magwaza abatu yokiga kuya.
Onse amubwa kumubweha tawati yonda jogera ndanuba mubwa ndikakuwehe mubwa. Iyo no jogera bakuweha mubwa balikiga mavoti.
Bonse kutora. How man. Anyway. It's possible.
Mune tulelanda chi voting day. Mulima balelanda chi voting day baka 01. Mr. Mulima is going 01 to vote on that day. So we are saying on that day, you abana bonse nembwa kusenda kuma polling station okotya mukulala nokulaipika. Takulu kweba chioni na chilabembwa na mkumone embwa efyo yikele kunganda. Pale ule mkumone embwa yikele naba rigging election. So tulina bo.
Tight. Ni phone na simu. Tight. Door door frame.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, we had a nice talk.
Chat. Tomorrow we should have another tribe. Chikalunda, a little bit, Bemba, Chikalubale, one Zambia. You have to know these languages.
Let's not hide. Let's come up.
No.
Don't worry, tomorrow you will have me as Namwanga.
Even I know Mambwe. I have in a family. That's why I say my blood is spread throughout Zambia. You know. So tomorrow na radio. Mwaiva konaba nenu bambuya bachita tune in mulelanda bale umfwa. Muchina
very important.
Yeah.
Twarumba maningi
kubaji. One Zambia, one nation, mwandini.
All the tribes, we have to embrace our culture.
Yeah.
Embrace our culture. All the tribes have to be recognized. Garichika Chokwe will come and talk. We will give you the platform. Walanda. Watana share kuma group Kachok. Baum. Ganiwa Kalubale. Luchazi. Mbunda. Everyone. Ila. Lokale. Okay, guys. In Dalumba Mandi. Sega.
That's good.
Yeah. Good night, guys. Thank you for joining us. We are signing off. We'll be here tomorrow, same time, 21 hours, breaking news. Hot topic, ni server room. Every day, server room.
What is the room?
Rigging room.
Mpaka wakachifumyeko.
Wakachifumyeko kutibabika mufa FY.
Bakatenge kusambala amafoni abayo ngubaletayo bakayibikeje
kabeke museva room munyomo nabali gishituma business tobagisiga batubika museva room nje muneyo rigging. Not wabuli amakoti amazambians at your server room. No.
No.
Iyo bole yo. Ibole yo tatule this year.
No.
Yeah. All right, guys. Good night. See you tomorrow. God bless. Forward.